subscribe on YouTube, and rate and review us on your favorite podcast platform.
Please.
4 lines.
Actually, Sir Patrick, you rate in stars, not lights, and it
Next
would really
season
help
for
us
that
out a lot
one.
more if you'd give us 5.
Next season? I thought that was season 5.
Okay.
probably right.
Jeez.
I usually am.
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
You guys are talking over the promo?
Yes.
We do things differently now that you've
God.
that we've moved on from you.
I know, I can see that.
We do things differently. We
I
changed the
see.
way it works.
We had a show meeting last week.
Whew.
Welcome to this very uncomfortable episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
With our new host, Joe.
With guest host. I feel like a guest host.
This is Nick.
This is Rob.
This is whoever you want it to be.
Oh, nice.
Welcome to this podcast where we make decisions on a weekly basis if Joe will be able to be on the show or not.
Oh my God.
This is a very special episode of Keeping Up with Kardashians where we air out our grievances.
It's the Festivus
It's a
episode.
Festivus episode. I got a lot of problems, and you're all going to hear about them. But welcome to Keeping Up with the Kardashians. We are continuing our review of Star Trek The Next Generation Season 3 today. We got 2 episodes we're going to work through with you on this episode. Deja Q and a Riker episode. What's the name of it?
Matter of perspective.
Matter of Perspective. Yes, so we get a fun Q episode and a courtroom drama episode. Kind of.
Not really.
Courtroom drama is
It's a really
it's
loose
a stretch.
term. This
Yes,
isn't like
it's a stretch.
this isn't like a Battlestar Galactica drama or DS9 one or a Measure of a Man
Yeah.
episode. This is
This is like an alien planet, and Picard's kind of half-assing it.
I mean, they all kind of are, honestly. Like they're like, hey, can you use that evidence? Yeah, sure. It's hearsay, but sure, use it. Okay,
Apparently,
fine.
that's allowed on that planet.
It's admissible. It's admissible. Anyways, welcome to Keeping Up with the Kardashians. As we said, we're excited to have you all here today, especially because we're reunited and it feels so good.
Oh, Billy.
I miss Billy.
I do miss
I know.
Billy. I do miss Billy.
I wish a Star Trek had Billy on it.
It doesn't seem like a Star Trek name.
No, it doesn't.
Like if
Riker?
they introduced William.
Oh my gosh.
Billy Riker.
Change approved.
Billy Riker.
Billy
Billy
Riker.
Riker. And we have a Riker episode, the second episode.
And this woman's trying to make him say this.
Oh my gosh.
The whole episode, right?
It's true.
Oh my gosh. We're using this bad boy.
It works. It works. Okay.
Thank you, Will Riker.
Okay.
We're back.
We're back. We're back in black.
Billy Riker.
Billy Riker.
How you guys been?
I've been all right.
Good.
I've been all right.
It has been nuts lately.
It has been nuts.
I feel like I haven't been here in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like other than the brief time we recorded last week.
I feel like I haven't been here in 2 weeks.
I think is it? Yeah,
Accurate.
That's
Accurate. That's Spanish for accurate.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, nice.
So I was saying, to Joe before the episode, I'm like, it was so weird when we recorded last week without him because in the example I gave, it's like we were in a studio booth or a sports game, and there was the play-by-play analyst without the color commentator, and it felt very dry and weird without him last week, and it was uncomfortable, and I did not like it.
Okay. You guys can be funny without me. It's okay.
No, it's not. It's not okay.
Okay.
We've already heard from the people that you are the funny one.
You're the comedian, remember?
This is true.
So
this is
we
true.
have to-
I mean, the people do speak.
You're the funny one. Rob's the play-by-play analyst. I'm the guy who gets us canceled.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
That's other
This
news.
is a true story.
I-
Stand by
it's
this
true story.
episode.
It's true. I
True
got
story.
us canceled, so I'm pretty excited
Nick,
about
of
that.
all people, got us canceled.
I did. I got us
Nick.
canceled on YouTube.
Not me.
Yeah.
Not Joe. Nick.
Are we gonna have to start? Am I gonna have to start posting these on Truth Social now?
Start? I thought you already were. I thought we were already on there.
We should. Never
We
mind.
should.
That would be fun.
I've thought about it. Just out of sarcasm.
You could probably get a pretty good base. We'll just start throwing out baseless conspiracy theories, and we'll get all kinds of viewers.
well,
on
apparently
there.
you kicked off
According
YouTube for that.
according to the YouTube snobs, that's what you do.
I'm already doing.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
They're on to you, Nick.
Yeah.
They're like, we need to stop this guy before he gets any head of steam.
So I guess we're
really-
starting off with this one. YouTube.
Are we starting off with this one?
Yeah.
Oh, we've already started running with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was that today? That was just today.
Yeah.
Was it?
I was sitting on my couch. I was watching some college football today, just relaxing. And all of a sudden, we get a notification from YouTube that says an episode of ours, episode 105 of ours,
From forever ago.
has been removed from YouTube. What was the words I'm going to pull up the exact wording they
And
used.
this is probably going to already be on Instagram and all that.
Oh, yeah. We're going to post
Yeah.
all about this because it's kind of funny.
I do want to say I appreciate them watching. So thank you for the view.
But did they?
I violated
I'll
the
take it.
medical misinformation policy.
Oh, wow.
You may not have realized this was a violation of our policy, so we're not applying a strike to your channel. However, we've removed the content. So I almost got us banned from YouTube, actually.
No, a
How many
strike.
strikes do you get?
It's got to be 3, right?
It's got to be
Three strikes and you're out?
It has to be.
Has to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
You can't call it a strike if there's any more or less than 3.
Are there foul balls on YouTube?
I don't know. So we're at a 0-1 count?
Yeah, we.
Oh, no, we're at an 0-0 count
Have
because they
they-
didn't strike us.
Have they not listened to the rest of our shows and probably should have been like, we don't
Well, if
want.
they're only on 105, listen, it gets worse. It gets much worse.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if I went back in and we removed that nugget, if we could re-release it as episode 105.
Probably.
I'm sure we could. Do we care?
It's an hour and 21 minutes into it, though.
I know.
Or hour and 5 minutes.
I know. It's
We
crazy.
should just go back in and like re-edit it and overdub it.
Oh yeah, like it's like it's Godzilla and it's the English translation of it. Oh, that would be great.
So, Nick, what did you say that got us kicked off
You're like-
YouTube?
I got to be careful what I say now because I don't want this episode to be removed.
Summarize.
Basically,
Oh, my God.
YouTube's killing him now.
Dick in your throat?
all right. So we were talking about.
Oh my God, the YouTube overlords
They know.
are removing you.
They know.
I think it was a Battlestar Galactica episode.
It was.
if I recall. I don't remember which one it was. It didn't. I don't know if it's set in there or not. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. What
I have the audio.
It's actually the boxing.
Bastille Day and Acts of Contrition. Bastille Day. So we're in the first season.
Yeah.
Where
We're
the
Wasn't that a
prison
good- episode 3 and
Wasn't
4.
that a good episode?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. We're taking off our good content. We don't have a ton of it.
It's episode 3 and 4 of Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm still dying. Oh my god.
YouTube's gonna get them. They don't fuck around.
No, they don't like this.
Okay. And it was specifically about the episode Act of Contrition. And it was the episode where Rosalind decides she's going to seek alternate treatment. YouTube.
Okay. Does anybody on this show believe in signs? Do you believe that this is a sign that we should just not talk about this and just?
No,
Oh my God!
All right.
you know you could do that away from the mic, right?
No.
But it's not good content.
It's not.
If he dies off mic, that's no good for any of us.
That's true.
In the sweats.
I just need him to die on camera.
Yeah. If you could, when you die, if you could lean in a little bit.
Yeah, does YouTube ban it if he dies on camera? Asking for a friend. Hey, YouTube,
That's medical misinformation.
I'm looking at you, YouTube. If he dies, can we hear that?
I don't know what's happening. I really think it's YouTube.
It is YouTube. They've poisoned everything.
So it was an episode where
You shouldn't deep throat the mic, man.
Rosalind
Can we get this guy? Can we get him a
is
water?
talking to Sherman Cottle about her Dr. Cottle about her cancer.
Or cancel.
Her cancel. And it's far beyond normal medicine. So she decides to go through Kamala extracts and the doctor.
Kamala Harris?
No. And the doc's like, you're crazy. So I got into the discussion about how oftentimes in politics,
Nicole,
it
careful.
helps- I know I am. It informs our medical decisions that we make for our body. I particularly referenced something that happened in 2020, where there was people in our country who doubted a sort of medicine because of their political leanings. And I said,
Careful.
that's unfortunate. And I said, but also it's not just political leanings that cause the issue. It's socioeconomics, it's history of racial injustices. And I specifically referenced Black Americans, many being distrusting of medical
being too
advice.
specific now.
No,
Yep.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
These aren't generalities.
Being
Hey, it was nice to
distrusting
have-
of the U.S. government.
Whoa.
You can't say U.S. government.
So, and also you said you weren't taking a specific medication that was rumored to be okay for it back then. I don't remember the name of it.
Starts with an I.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
So regardless, we got banned for that. Now, I was never stating anything as fact. I was stating that's how people are thinking, and it's unfortunate that we've gotten to that point.
Yeah, go back to Apple Pods.
However, YouTube has taken it as me saying bad to take that medicine. That's never what I said.
No. Go back on the regular podcast, which please.
On
Spreaker or Apple or
Bootleg
Audible
it.
or wherever you can get it. Yeah, now it's bootleg. Jesus.
Well, he's dead. He is dead.
He is going to die. Hey, can you turn off that light?
I can't believe YouTube got him.
I know.
They
operate fast.
We were in here for what, 25 minutes before the show?
Yeah.
And he was talking up a storm.
Dude, like
everything's fine.
Yeah.
The minute he brings up YouTube.
Also, he kind of shoved that mic down his throat.
Yeah.
He
thought
it was a penis.
If we're going to talk conspiracy theories,
we just have a new one.
it's insane.
Hey, make
Are
sure
you okay?
Make sure you gargle that.
Is that YouTube approved water?
I'm back. I'm alive. I had to get some
If
water.
it turns red and white.
I know.
Oh my gosh. So anyways, I got us canceled, and it was kind of funny because I even appealed the decision. They're like, sorry, no, we reviewed it.
Yeah, apparently didn't go back and listen for the facts. So, episode 105, 734-494-0980. Tell us what you think.
I'm sure it went through like an AI filter.
Oh,
That's what
absolutely.
it is. They're probably, YouTube's
I
probably
hate
rolling
AI
out.
even more now.
Oh my, gosh.
Yeah, it's scary.
Don't even get me started on that.
Play one of the songs. Just kidding.
What song? What are you talking
The AI songs that we have for ourselves now.
Yeah. We do. We have AI songs. That's the rock one, not the country one.
There's also a hippity hop one.
Are you going to be okay?
I know that was the weirdest thing, man.
You're out of breath now, too. Would you pump? You had to hand pump that water from like the 1830s?
I did, man.
Yeah, we just installed that. I want my kids to get some exercise.
We went to camp. I used to go to Camp Dearborn as a kid.
Yeah.
And they had them all over there. I was like, this is awesome.
What? Yeah, I guess
The hand pump. It was kind of cool. It was kind of cool.
Right? And then you realize if this was an everyday occurrence, this would really suck. But,
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was just a week of camp. So
It
who
felt like
cared?
Little House on the Prairie. I'm like, all right.
Go to Laura Ingalls.
Didn't Little House on the Prairie end with like the whole town burning and they left the town?
I think
or
there was something
like
like that, but I don't remember
that?
exactly
I
what
thought
it would
that's
be.
what
Did
was.
it really?
Yeah.
That's a dark ending.
Remember, it doesn't top dinosaurs.
Well, I mean, you kind of saw it coming. It's like, were you surprised at the ending of Titanic?
I didn't see it coming. No one told me they went extinct.
That's all right. It's only billions of years later.
Oh, the townspeople blow up the village. The townspeople intentionally blow it up because there's like a mogul who buys the village or whatever.
Is this an M. Night Shyamalan thing?
I know.
They blow it up, so he'll have to rebuild it and pay a fortune. So I don't know. Yeah. So that's this finale.
Wow.
Anyone have any Little House on the Prairie insights? Call us 734-494-0980.
I don't think I never realized what the ending of Little House on the Prairie was.
I don't think I've ever watched a single episode of Little
No?
House.
No?
No.
Oh, it's a slow burn. It's a cerebral show.
It was.
It really kind of is.
Yeah, when I was
they
a
don't
kid-
they don't make them like that anymore.
No, when I was a kid, I loved that show.
They really don't make them like Little House on the Prairie anymore.
Well, I mean, Little House on the Prairie also had like 9,000 episodes, right? Didn't it?
Not quite that many. Maybe a couple hundred.
204.
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
What are you gonna do, right? Michael Landon. He's only in seasons 1 through 8. Then he's a guest in 9. Wow. They wrote out the main character.
Or he wanted to be reduced role. You got to get the Highway to Heaven money.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Charles Ingalls was a real person, and
Yeah,
Little House
it's all-
on the Prairie was
it's-
based on a real story.
I think it was more based on Laura Ingalls than it was the father.
Charles, yeah. From South Dakota. Died in South Dakota.
South
Where does
Dakota.
Little House on the Prairie take place?
South Dakota.
Does it really take place?
No,
I don't know. On a prairie?
Nice watch.
How many prairies are there?
Back then, a lot.
A lot of prairies, right?
Did they have a prairie dog? Seems like they should. I know they had a dog.
Where else are you going to get Little House on the Prairie content?
We're bringing it
For your
back.
latest Little House on the Prairie news.
Here's an idea. Hollywood, remake Little House on the Prairie.
Oh my gosh, please don't.
How far down on the list do you think they have to go to get? They're like,
they got-
we've exhausted almost every option. we have to do Little House on the Prairie now.
We're gonna have to do it,
They're getting close.
but
I know.
but the husband is secretly gay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Gonna make it taboo
Yeah.
ish.
And the daughter's into furries,
Dude,
like literal furries, like bison. She's
Okay,
into bison.
I think these are the. See, YouTube didn't like that.
They're trying to kill me. Kansas, by the way.
that makes sense.
That tracks. You drink water like you drink bourbon.
I know.
Gosh, man, I'm dying.
Maybe you should sip
There's
it.
like a tickle in my throat, right?
Maybe you
right
should
there.
sip it, just the tip.
Is it like a piece of dust? Like a dust speck?
I think it is. Yeah. Have you ever gotten that? And
Oh
you
my
just-
God, it's the worst.
Or where you get have you ever got a hair stuck in your throat and you can feel the piece of hair?
No.
You've never gotten that? Or like something that feels like hair? Like
Yeah.
it feels like
Yeah.
That's what I really mean.
Like a popcorn kernel thing. Those are the worst.
Oh, yes.
Because then you turn into a cat. You're like,
Yeah.
have you ever? We've all done that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like you turn into a cat.
You have to. You don't have
Like
a
there's no
choice.
other way to get out of
And
it.
if you have a cat, the cat looks at you and goes, "Dude, that's my thing."
Well, there's you can either get it one of two ways. You turn into a cat, or you turn into a bulimic.
That's true.
And you got to stick your fingers down your throat to
Yeah, and then
scratch
you're like
it out.
scratching
Yeah,
around and then you're dry
Yeah.
heaving. Yeah, you're not wrong.
we've all done it. We've all done it.
I haven't.
Okay, so far our notes are Nick gets us canceled.
Again.
Bulimic cats. And Little
that's
House
not-
on the Prairie.
And that's not so we are back with a vengeance. We are back.
Yeah. What else were we going to cover?
I want to talk about the ballerina trailer. With
Wait,
Ana de Armas.
how do you pronounce it?
Ballerina?
Okay, you said ballerina.
Did I?
Wait, what is this for?
It's a John Wick spinoff.
Oh,
And you know the ballerina training academy that he kind
Mm-hmm.
of saw? It's based around one of the characters that would have trained there.
Ana
did you
de
send
Armas.
this to the group? Because I don't think I've seen.
Yes,
I
he
sent it to
said
the group
Okay, today.
Friday or Thursday, one of the two.
Okay.
But Keanu Reeves is in the end of the trailer, first of all, so you got that connection to John Wick. But
Yeah.
it looks like it could be a lot of fun, like John Wick fun.
I mean, John Wick.
Plus, Ana de Armas.
True. I'm in.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
John Wick, the John Wick series never really fell off. Some were better than others, but
Yeah.
it never really fell off. So
No, I thought one thing I'm surprised about Ballerina is that Halle Berry was in it and wanted to spin off, and they went to this one before they did that Halle Berry character. So
that's fine.
well, yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm absolutely fine with it, but it's just
Halle Berry is kind of a just. She's no thanks.
okay. But I'm excited for this. I'm looking forward to it. Did you? Any? Of course, you guys didn't watch it. Never mind. I'm gonna start sending it to fans.
You know how
and
many
see-
John Wick movies I've actually watched?
Don't say one.
None.
I can't say one.
You can't.
You haven't seen a single one.
I've not seen a single John Wick movie.
Oh my god. Again,
Nick.
Nick hates fun.
Here's the thing. I
Nick.
owned.
What are you- you're too busy-
I owned like 3 of them on
Nick.
4K.
You're
at one point
you're
in
too
time.
busy researching medical advice on Reddit.
That's pretty accurate. I'm too busy reading up on Little House on the Prairie.
Nick,
Who
I didn't know
needs
they
John
bur-
Wick when you have
I
Little
didn't
House
know
on
they
the Prairie.
carpet bombed the village.
YouTube's gonna fact check us on that now too.
Oh, it's
Final
the end
episode.
of the end of Little House on the Prairie is it goes right into MASH. It's like
Ooh,
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. That'd be amazing.
so yeah, Nick, watch a John Wick movie for the love of
yeah,
God.
they're
What is
fun
wrong
as
with you?
hell.
Guys, I'm sorry.
Do you
I
ever-
can't make
Do you
happy
ever
all the
just
time.
want to watch like not mindless, but just something you don't really have to think too hard?
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's
John,
great
throw John
action.
Wick. It's great action.
I'm not saying it's not. It's not because I didn't want to see it.
Don't you have a
It's
speaker set up at your house?
Yes,
I do. I have a speaker set.
You know what's a good movie to watch on a speaker setup?
John Wick.
John Wick.
John Wick.
1 through 4.
Yes,
Are there 4?
4.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
The third one's super long though, isn't it? The
I'll
fourth
do a
one wasn't
John-
as long.
I'll do a John
think-
Wick marathon.
Let me know when you're doing it. I'll join if you want. Because
I probably at one time said on this air that I did watch John Wick, just if you want to fact check me. But
That's true.
I
I'm pretty sure
was
you said it
fibbing
in
for-
episode 105, so it doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
we're gonna blame everything on 105 since it doesn't exist on YouTube anymore.
Yeah.
No, we covered that in 105.
Yeah.
It's already been covered. Yeah. Yeah. So I did watch the trailer for it, and it looks very entertaining.
Yeah.
And it's Ana de Armas, so sign me up. I'll watch it. I got nothing better to do with my time.
But Nothing?
No, that's not true.
Don't you have a child and a wife?
Yeah, but like honestly,
Good point.
You heard the man.
yeah, but honestly, like
And isn't it football season?
it is.
No, that's a
football season.
legitimate reason.
Yeah.
That's
So the TV in my other room, in my bedroom, decides,
in the magic room.
yeah, it decided to fry out during football on Thursday, and so it met its demise really fast because you don't mess with me on football days. If you're gonna come between me and football,
Yeah.
you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like if
What
you
did you see the signs of it going, or did it
no,
just?
so every once in a while it has like a power issue, so you knew it was going, but that particular day, the trick to get it to work again did not work, and so with the quickness, we got real angry with it. It was time to go.
Oh, you know what you should have done? You should have recorded like one of those reels where people watch something that pisses them off and they like
Unthought at the
destroy their
TV.
Break it,
TV.
yeah, like they punch the TV.
It's on the couch right now downstairs.
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
So you're saying there's a chance.
What if we record something for the pod?
Hey, we put it on the TV.
What if we air episode 105? I'm still. Oh my god!
Oh my God! You even mention it, and the YouTube overlords are like, "Nope, strike him down."
What are you doing?
There's just somebody at YouTube just going, "Boom,
Yep.
boom."
We're going to get a strike because of this episode.
I know, and it's not even on YouTube yet. That's what's so scary.
I know.
They're everywhere.
They're watching.
Isn't YouTube owned by Google now?
Yes.
I like how YouTube's so strict about everything, but Apple's like, you can say whatever you want. Just throw your podcast up where.
Yeah.
We got Joe Rogan on here, baby.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you
Isn't he
want.
on YouTube too? And that
He's on Spotify. I
He's
think
on Spotify.
I was gonna say-
it was exclusively on Spotify, but I don't
Oh
think
yeah,
he's exclusive.
Joe Rogan podcast. I think he.
I don't think
is
he's
on-
exclusive
and
anymore.
we get kicked off for what we said.
Let me look up Joe Rogan because I'm curious if he doesn't
And-
actually have a channel.
And of all the things we've said on YouTube.
Oh yes, he does. Yes, he does. Oh my gosh, that's so unfair. He's got an episode with Matt Walsh on there that has, that guy said a lot of lies.
Of all the things we've said, that's what they pick on.
Again,
We're beating
they're
up
clear,
5-year-olds on the
they're
show.
like 80 some episodes behind, Rob. So give them a little time.
I know
They'll-
they're going to end up canceling most, or we really like someone was randomly watching episodes and got that one and reported
And
us.
complained.
Which is that's got to be what it is.
You're assuming somebody's watching us, though.
I know.
That's a bad assumption.
Are you able to pull up? You can't pull up 105, can you? Can
I
you go to
can't.
Can you go to the channel and pull up the
This is
like
not
the detail?
No,
this is
of
not
like
a
who
shameless
viewed
plug
it.
to.
Of who viewed it? No, you can't. do
No,
that.
no. I just want to see if you mentioned anything in the description,
Ooh.
Oh, the 105 description. Let me see.
which
I'm-
would AI would pull and then
and then go and scan the episode to figure out what's wrong
just
with
curious.
it. I'll find out.
This is not a shameless plug for YouTube. Actually, rather,
It's kind of a shameless plug. It's kind of a shameless plug.
Because we,
What would-
we
would
lose
we
less
rather-
money that way.
Would we rather them listen or watch?
Yeah, because a couple of advertisements you get listening. Actually,
Yeah, that's true.
but no, we'd still lose money.
Nothing in there. We talk the second half of the show. We talk about the DC Extended Universe.
That's what
Avatar
triggered it.
2,
Yep.
and typecasting of actors. Are male actors more prone to being typecast? What female actors get typecasted? That was a fun discussion. I remember that one.
What female actors?
We already talked about this.
we already did it in 105.
but it got
It's
canceled.
erased. We
It's got
need to
canceled.
re-upload.
Dude,
Have you?
does this mean we have to go back and rewatch Battlestar Galactica?
No.
No, never heard of it.
I tried. I really tried.
Will Ferrell gets typecast.
Yes, he does.
Vince Vaughn.
Yes, he does.
And he plays the same dumb character every time now,
Yeah.
too.
George Clooney does, but gets credit for being this great actor.
Along the same lines, Tom Hanks.
Tom
Yeah.
Hanks plays the same character almost every single time. Yeah, he really does. I mean, there's like some exceptions to the rule, like Road to Perdition. He played a different
That's a
sort
good
of
movie.
character.
Such a
The
good movie.
Terminal.
But not really, because the
I know,
Terminal
it-
is kind of like a Tom Hanks character who doesn't speak English.
Yeah, it
Bo-
was.
Bosom
The Terminal
Buddies.
was basically. It was basically like Russian accent
Tom Hanks
Castaway.
is yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, look how lovable Tom Hanks is. We
Look
already
at me!
know.
I am stuck in
I am
airport.
stuck in airport. What can I do?
But we forgive Tom Hanks.
That's true.
That's okay. Tom Hanks is fine. You can
He's a national treasure.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Oh,
Tropic Thunder.
Typecast. Tom Cruise typecast.
Nope. Tropic Thunder.
Then you could say Robert Downey Jr.
Born on the 4th of July.
Oh, that's a good movie. Tom Cruise was a very different actor earlier in his career.
Tom
than he
Cruise
was later in his
typecast
career.
That's true.
himself now, I think.
Yes, he does.
Yes. Because he has more control over it.
Yes. I think he likes doing his stunts in his action
Yes,
movies.
he does.
That's what he
'Cause
does
his
now.
ego
And he
gets
likes
in his
running.
way.
He
likes
likes
running.
running in film, on film.
Dude, although if I don't know how far he actually runs a distance, but I'd kill to be able to run as far
He's
as
running the distance.
if he runs as
He's
far as it
going
looks
for
like.
speed.
I'd kill for to be able to do that.
No one.
We
He
ignored it.
has weird form.
Yeah, it does. That's like straight upright.
Yeah.
He learned it at
Like-
the Church of Scientology.
My back
That's true.
hurts just even trying to imagine something like that.
I'll make your back hurt, Daddy.
Ah, there it is. There it is.
Canceled.
You know what's funny?
What?
I listened to the first half of last week's episode, the Joe List episode. You didn't say daddy once.
I did say Daddy at one point in there. I think.
Did you?
No,
Did you?
I don't think. Maybe I did. I don't know.
I don't know.
I clipped one of your daddies and put it on an Instagram post.
Did it make you uncomfortable listening to that episode? Did it make you angry? Were you angry?
I was mad. I
Were
was
you-
very mad.
Were you mad?
Uh,
Ooh, we're getting real. Here we go.
oh, here we go.
We're getting real.
I wasn't mad. I was
Disappointed.
no, and I get that you guys were upset. So you guys, it felt like you did the Penguin on purpose
Oh no.
No.
because it's something I was gonna watch.
No, we just needed
So now I
something
don't.
for
Now I
content.
don't. Now I don't get to review it with you guys.
Yeah, you do. You can review it next week.
Yeah.
No, I'm not watching it.
No,
You're not watching it.
I'm gonna watch
Come
it.
on, look. Hold on.
I'm gonna watch
You're
it.
not watching it.
I'm gonna. Well,
Hey,
I'm gonna watch it
instant-
now, but it's gonna. You guys spoiled it for me.
Instant replay
Well,
slow
you
motion.
didn't listen to that part of the
You're-
episode.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
No, I meant you spoiled it emotionally.
It was terrible.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a shot or anything. It was like,
Mm.
what can we do in a short amount of time? Because
Mm-hmm.
Joe canceled at the last minute again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Whoa. See, this is Joe's fault, by the way. He wanted to air grievances out on the air. So
It's Festivus early.
I'm going to give them the quick summation of what happened right before the episode.
Go right ahead. Yep.
Hold on.
my mic
hold
off.
on. It's matter perspective.
I'm not going to give opinions. I'm just going to say what we did.
Bye.
So, before the episode started, as you know, last week we recorded without Joe, and that happened because we didn't want to.
You guys hate me.
We didn't want to miss a week without an episode
'Cause we missed a bunch of weeks.
And a week before that, we had set the time on when we were going to record, and then Joe, a day before, said, "Guys, I can't record this day. Can you record this day?"
Had
And we're
something more
no,
important to do.
I couldn't do it. So whatever. So we didn't want to cancel without it, and because we had missed so many, so we went ahead and recorded. And when we did that, we're like, what are we gonna record? And then we decided on the Penguin. So anyways, I get here today and we're getting ready to record. And I said, hey, Joe, I'm going to be honest with you. Right? I did. I said, hey, Joe, I want to be perfectly honest with you and transparent. I was pissed at you last week because you canceled on us and it sucked. And that's where we were. And he's like, save it for the podcast. Right?
I did say that. Yeah.
And I
'Cause
said
you're like-
save it for Patreon, but they're
No,
like,
because they don't know that. They don't know.
the patrons know more.
So we fight live on air.
That's true.
Not live, recorded.
No, it's technically live because we're not going to edit any of this.
That's true.
We don't
I
edit
mean,
it.
they had me dying on air.
That's true.
Well,
You-
that's good content. Everybody's like
This
crossing
is
their fingers
posthumous.
watching
I mean,
it.
maybe I should edit because we got an episode canceled, but you know,
Well, now they're going to be like false information, him coughing.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's
YouTube's going to be like, we didn't try to kill him.
He's got.
we swear.
He's got the C.
Don't say it.
zero VID.
Don't say it.
I said C
Jesus
zero.
H.
I said C zero.
Don't say
What are you?
like
What are
saying-
you? Are you? What are you? A license plate?
It's like you know how on TikTok people will say unalive. No, you wouldn't know that because you're not on TikTok.
I'm not on TikTok.
But people will say unalive to avoid saying dead. Or
I
murder.
hate that so
Aren't
much.
you on?
I do too.
Aren't
but
you on TikTok with Keeping the Kardashians that hasn't posted in forever?
No, because like we're not releasing any content for it.
We have.
No, that doesn't count. You got to do TikTok things.
When someone says, "Oh, they unalived them," nothing takes the punch out of
No, it
out of
doesn't.
it, like saying they're unalived.
Yeah, they're unalive.
Whoa, unalived?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a way to avoid like filters online.
You can't. It's very prevalent with like reels and YouTube and shorts and like those things where that you can't say the word suicide.
Yeah.
You just said it. Now we're off YouTube again.
No, and you also, but I mean, they also edit the word dead,
Yeah.
killed,
They do?
Yeah.
killed.
Yeah. They're just watching out for hateful content, I guess. But
Yeah.
like I wish they were dead or something.
Isn't
like
it
that.
Joe, you just killed me with that joke. That's not hateful.
Yeah, but
I just unalived you.
Again,
I
it's
just unalived you with
AI
that joke.
who's reviewing it. It's not human people. Like everyone's always under the impression it's people like listening to these things, looking for the context. It's not. Like that's what drives me mad when people on Facebook are like, the Facebook police put me in jail. It's like, no, an algorithm put you in jail. Get over it.
But that is the Facebook police.
It's true.
I know, but they're like it's usually older people and they're
They're
usually
It's
thinking,
Cylons. It's just
gosh,
What are silence? Never heard
by
of
your
them.
command. Oh gosh. Anyways, back to our fight.
yeah.
We are really, really tready today. Not tready, but all over the place.
No, we're not.
No, we're on point.
We're staying on fairly on topic so far. We've done what we needed to do. I got us canceled. We talked Little House on the Prairie. What else could you do?
Do you
to
know
be
why Little House on the Prairie came around?
bulimic cats?
So really,
Anna
so really,
Karina?
like, I feel like I'm the only one who has to juggle their schedule to make this work.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, you can't do Thursdays, Fridays,
Right now, I can't.
right? We can't do any night during the week.
That's not. Oh yeah, because it's job.
No, just the past.
Just the
3
past
weeks.
3 years.
Yeah.
We have done. I've moved my schedule around a lot. I've done on weeknights when I had to work at 1 o'clock in the morning the next day.
Yeah, we've all pushed through.
I think you got to check your facts, man.
Are you saying that I haven't?
Well, I think we all have. I think we all have. Just to say that you move it around more is unfair.
You do tend to cancel more, or move times around more.
I would say
At the last minute.
I would argue
At the last minute.
I would argue that out of the three of us, I'm significantly busier than the both of you.
Oh, dude.
What?
Yeah.
Okay,
That is your perspective.
that is your perspective.
Okay.
That's not a fight I'm gonna have.
Yeah.
Because we're all equally busy. We all have our
It's
lives.
all different.
So then I've never once given any of you shit for moving anything around. We've all moved stuff around last minute. We've all done it more than one time.
Not to the extent you have over the last
Are we keeping score? Is that what we're doing?
It's hard not to keep score, man, when it's consistent.
If we're gonna keep score, we can keep score. It's fine.
Yeah. I don't want to keep score. That's why I told you.
How can you guys attack me and then say, well, I don't want to keep score?
I guess that's a fair
How
point.
can you say, well, you do it more than we do, and then say, well, I don't want to keep score? Either you do or don't want to keep score.
That
And
doesn't
if you
make
want to keep
sense,
score, we
because
can keep
you
score.
Started off, you said I'm significantly busier than you, so that's automatically keeping score. Well, you guys don't
No,
have right to
I'm
say
not-
'cause I have more
It
stuff
is.
than you. Yeah.
It's a setup to.
But I'm the one saying if you want to keep score, we can keep score.
I don't want to do that.
Then shut up.
Well, then if
What do
we
we-
shut up, then why? I don't know. It takes a little bit of the fun out of it when I'm like, I don't even know if we're going to record on this day because I don't know what Joe's going to say. You know what I mean? Joe's going to cancel or something's going to come up. So then it makes it hard.
How many times do you think I've outright canceled?
Or moved it at the last minute quite a bit. Quite a bit.
We all move stuff at the last.
Not at the same
I've
level.
canceled a lot of. I'm not going to do this part of it. I'm not going to get into that. But we all are busy. I had a busy summer. I will concede that I was the reason for a lot of movement earlier in the summer. I will concede that every day of the week. But usually,
But
it was scheduled because I say I can't do this.
That's all
I
it
can't
is.
do this. I can't do this.
That's all it is to me, Joe. It's like if it's scheduled, it's scheduled. That's the way I look at it.
So if it's scheduled, then we can't move it.
No, No, you're being an absolutist on that. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it's happening more and more frequently. And I think the way I look at it, here's how I honestly look at it. I'm worried you don't enjoy this anymore, so you're looking for an excuse to get out of it. That's my biggest worry. And I enjoy doing this with you.
I'm genuinely hurt
That hurts you?
that you think that I cancel because I don't want to do it. When
No, I'm not saying
how
you-
many times have I outright canceled?
I guess
Outright cancel.
I guess I shouldn't say don't want to do it. But it's just not. It's stupid to say it's a
So,
priority
okay,
because
so-
we do this for fun.
I know. Okay, so if we're all being on, like you're telling me that there's never been days where you were like, all right, I got to do the podcast.
Oh yeah, we got to fight through it. Yeah, there's some days. Absolutely, we all have those, right?
Okay, so we all fight through the days where it's something in the schedule instead
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
exciting. There are days where I'm excited. We're all excited to be here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But for you to say that you think that I don't want
No, I don't think. I don't think that. I said there are days where I feel like, and it's gotten to the point where I feel like that at times. Yes.
Okay, because how many times have I outright canceled?
Well, again, I don't. This is the thing. You're keeping score. I'm not keeping score, but it's become enough of an issue where I felt like I had to say something. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're pissed off now. I get it. Like, I understand that.
Okay, so we just went through what? So September's over. We just went through most of October.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of October.
You guys better hope your schedules are fucking airtight. Nobody gets sick or something doesn't come up
so you're doing an absolutist thing again. It's not about like when we have to cancel here and there.
Every time I've got sick, I said I'll record, but it's up to you guys.
I don't want to be.
I don't want AIDS.
I don't want it.
Well, I got the AIDS. It flares up every once in a while.
I know, but
I don't want a sexually transmitted.
Enter something.
Wait, what is it?
I don't want an STI.
But what's the I? What was the I?
Infection.
No,
I don't want
it's
an
disease.
STI.
It's disease. Disease has more oomph.
It does.
It does.
But that's why they softened it to infection. So you can't
But
offend.
that's the problem.
You can't offend the deceased.
But then you don't take an STI as seriously as you would an STD.
They took crack fries away from me.
I know.
They did.
But when you say STD, you know it's serious. STI is like,
you know what though?
It sounds like a baseball statistic.
Honestly, STD always makes me automatically think of a man's penis. Because D, like STD.
What?
And where do you get a sexually transmitted thing from?
What?
A diseased
From-
penis.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about it. I don't know.
Wow.
You guys are real pieces of work.
What else makes you think of D's? Nick?
That's about it. That's about it. Ooh, we just fought on the air, and there was no resolution.
None
we'll
at all.
Fine. Okay. I see where you're coming from.
I'm gonna cancel next week.
I hope.
I won the bet. I won the bet.
You bet the under, you son of a bitch.
What's happening? I missed
Really?
it. I missed
All right.
it. I missed it.
So you said he's going to cancel next week.
I said I'm going to cancel next week.
And I said I won the bet.
What was the bet we did have on air for Joe? Remember about last time we puked on the last
yes,
episode?
I did
Were
hear
you
about
on
that.
for
Okay.
that?
So
and I
what-
said within Rob
Someone
said,
said a month. It was like 3 or 6 months. Because I can tell you when.
I felt like, didn't you get like super messed up at a wedding and got sick? That was with not like with your significant other. Remember? Do you remember that where he went to the
Are
wedding?
you're asking me if I remember something?
And like you had brownies or something, and they were like stronger than you thought. And it
Oh,
made
no,
you-
no. Okay.
And you thought you were dying.
Yeah. Well, no. That was a concert. I took
That's
an
right.
edible at a concert.
That's
I did
right.
not throw up though.
That's right. Okay.
I did not throw up.
That's
I just passed out. I thought I was dead. I overdosed on weed. I overdosed on a weed edible. We've all been there.
I mean, I haven't. But
Wait. So I forget. What did you guys say? One of you said like 3 months or
I
6.
said within the last month, you probably have.
Okay,
I think I said more.
Okay. So it was at the Livonia Spree.
This year?
That's right. You were
Yes.
really sick.
Oh, that's right,
Yes.
Because I went on a spinny ride.
Yes.
I went on a spinny ride with my daughter.
And
And you realized that you
and
weren't
I realized
built for
like,
that.
yeah,
We talked about that on air.
I was good for most of the ride until the ride was over and they started to descend. And then I was like, you need to go faster because I'm going to puke. And as soon as I got off the ride, I was, that like the saliva,
Yeah.
and it
Well,
was
actually,
like,
I don't.
That's a
I had to go
that's
right.
a bad feeling.
Oh, it's the worst. I didn't even make it over to the corner, so I puked like right in front of the ride, and then again over by the porta potties. So that was June, sometime in June.
Yeah.
So give or take 3 months.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, then you won. You won the bet. But on a technicality, because like we
No.
were talking about like alcohol.
No,
puking
no, we
or
were about puking.
I mean, there's like 2 major ways to puke.
flu puke or rides.
I
Rides
mean,
at a
yeah,
roller coaster, flu, alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I guess
bulimic cat.
bulimia.
Yeah.
That's a second bulimia reference.
It is. Well, at least.
Now, great. YouTube's going to yank us off there because
I'm not coughing. I'm not coughing.
We're offensive to the bulimic
We're safe.
community.
We're safe.
Well,
And we said STDs. They're like, oh, that's STI guys.
I mean, we're safe. I think we're safe. I think we're good.
I thought it. Well, Rob made a good point, but I in our chat earlier, I thought it was our incessant hatred of urgent care that got us canceled, but apparently YouTube agrees
You
with us.
want to talk about misinformation? The urgent care hate is full of misinformation.
But again, they're only on episode 105. Wait till they get to the urgent care section of.
That's true.
Our
Because that
content.
was actually,
And-
unfortunately, that was more recently. Wasn't
To be
it? Within
fair,
the last couple months.
we just said doctors.
Yeah, well, no, we said doctor.
Yes.
yeah.
That's
but,
true.
To be fair,
With quotation
YouTube
marks.
doesn't get the nuance of those.
AI can't get that.
AI can't get that. They can't.
Alleged doctors.
They can't get.
For legal reasons, you have to say allegedly.
Alleged doctor. They're hacks. The nurses are great.
Oh gosh.
Are they?
I don't know.
They're generally like 1,000 years old.
Or they seem
Or
inexperienced.
very young. Very young. Yeah. I've gotten very young.
Or don't seem like they care.
That could be
We're
anything.
casting. I feel like we're casting a wide net.
Yeah, we did.
Or they are
To be
have
fair,
a good amount of experience and love what they're doing.
yes, some of them are great.
Or like you just throw everything out there.
More respected job: urgent care doctor or Walmart greeter.
Walmart greeter.
Yeah,
I respect their opinion more.
I respect it because you know that
Well,
they don't
'cause-
have to work.
Well,
They
because
choose to
when-
do that.
Because when you say to them, "What aisle can I find toilet paper in?" they're going to give you the right answer.
Yeah. Or they
When I
might
go to the urgent care doctor, they're going to be like,
They'll
"What
be
do
like,
I
oh,
have?"
you
And they're like, "I don't know. We'll give you an anti.
Yeah, you don't need toilet. You don't need toilet paper. You're not shitting your pants.
We'll give you a Z-Pack and send you on your.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is all just a joke, please.
I am not joking.
Oh, can we take a quick reset here?
YouTube's
and go
got
into
you
Star
scared.
Trek? Can
He
we
does.
can we go into Star Trek now? Can we do that?
Yeah, go.
Sure, whatever.
All
I
right.
hate you guys.
Oh gosh, let's go into Star Trek.
You hate us so much you love us.
All right, we got 2 episodes we're going to review with you. We got Deja Q. That's our first episode. The Enterprise is trying to save a planet because an asteroid's about to crash into it. They're all about to die. When they do that, Q shows up. He drops in the ship, and they're like, Q did this. Turns out Q didn't do it. It turns out that Q lost his powers because he's a jerk face, and the Q Continuum eliminated his powers. So Q's stuck on the ship with them, and throughout the whole episode, they're basically saying, Q, you suck. And he's like, I don't like being a human. It's the worst. And they're like, yeah, deal with it. And then by the end of the episode, Data tries to save Q. And Q finally has a moment where he's like, oh my gosh, humans aren't all that bad. So he decides to sacrifice his life to basically save the ship. And the Q give him back his powers, and he snaps his finger and he fixes everything, and then he goes on his merry way. Right? That's about it.
All right.
Cue out.
Deja
6.
Q.
Cue the
Six.
music.
6. Oh,
Next episode.
I'm actually curious what you give this one. Okay, this was a fun episode.
And you liked
And
it?
I loved this. I like this
Oh,
episode a lot.
really?
I had a lot of
Interesting.
fun with this episode. I just watched it today myself. I watched both episodes this morning.
Okay.
This had some good humor in it.
It-
was
it
actually really good.
It's some really nice humor.
Like the
in it.
things about when he was hungry, or like the back pain he had at points,
Yeah.
or whatever, or when he was tired. He's like, I was just sitting there, and all of a sudden I just shut down. And they're like, you went to sleep. Like that was a great
I'll
line.
take 10 chocolate sundaes.
That's how I feel.
Is it John Delancey?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was great. I
he's
thought
gonna be on the cruise.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
I think one of my favorite lines was Worf. When in the very I think it was early on in the episode when he's like, what
yeah.
Q was like, what can I do to prove to you? And he was like, die. I was like, oh.
And
all right.
Q kind of looks at him like, all right, mad respect, bro. Like that's a good
Respect.
answer.
And we got one of my favorite things in this Next Generation rewatch is finding memes in the wild, because there's a lot of Star Trek memes.
Yeah.
And this was the Picard
Oh yeah,
the hand thing.
Well, the next episode is the Picard and Riker at the sitting at the table where Picard says something and Riker's like this.
yeah.
The next screen.
Yeah.
Season 3 dropping memes.
I know.
But you're right. Like the jokes were good in this one, and then the very next line is he's like, "Oh, very funny, Worf. You eat any good books lately?" Like that was a great line.
There was
man.
some charm to this episode.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it was so good. And then Guinan walking in, like rubbing it in his face that he's like a human. And then what'd she do? She stabs him with a fork.
Yes, in his hand.
I'm gonna find out if you're human. Gosh, man.
Guinan's gangsta.
Guinan's Guinan is gangster, man.
But can we talk about the nudity for a second?
John Delancey's butt cheek.
Yeah.
Nude. You see butt
If you
cheek.
pause it right, you can see like almost the whole cheek.
Yeah, it was hot.
You can see almost. You can almost see crack.
Yeah. And I love crack.
And that was not whack. You got to wonder, like, for Q, the feeling it would be to not only do you now feel things, but you're suspended naked in air above people. That would be.
Did he have to appear naked? Is there some contract that he's like, all right, I got to be naked this episode?
I don't
Well,
know.
the Continuum took his clothes to humble him.
But they don't wear clothes in the Continuum because remember later the other Q's like this is ugly.
But
man.
he
Like,
wore them in front of the humans, so they just probably want to make him feel a little more awkward.
These aren't even my colors.
I know.
right. Well, and then maybe that's why they punish him and sending him naked because they're like, well, we're really going to embarrass you.
Yeah,
Because we know they wear clothes.
it could have been like Adam in the garden when they took.
Do you think he was embarrassed, or do you think he was proud?
Q.
Yeah.
I can't imagine if they're really trying to embarrass him, they're going to give him something to be proud of, right?
Like, what was the look on everybody's
I'm
face
sure
when they saw it? Were they like, ooh, or were they like, ooh?
I'm sure it was a turtle in its shell.
Yeah. Yeah. What temperature is the Enterprise? It seems
Poor
like
Q.
Yeah.
I was in the pool. Poor Q was not in the pool. Oh my gosh. This was a lot of fun though, this whole episode was. And it was kind of cool exploring this character of Q and and to find out not all the Q are jerks. Like he's the
Yeah.
Q who got in trouble because like the whole universe hates him.
Yeah, because he's injecting himself everywhere and torturing civilizations and things of that sort. So,
He is an annoyance.
oh yeah, he sure is. Actually,
If you were a Q, wouldn't you be like, this guy's a douche?
yes, Q wears on me after a while.
Yeah.
He becomes almost a caricature of himself later on, I
Yes.
think.
Until you get to like later in the show.
I still like the character.
Well, this episode
But-
especially.
Yeah.
with him.
I haven't liked him up until this episode, so I enjoyed
Oh.
him more in this episode.
Yeah.
I've generally enjoyed his screen time. But I think it has more to do with John Delancey than it does the character
John
of
Delancey,
Q's.
he knocks it out of the park.
He embodies this character, right? Like it's almost like the character was written for him as opposed
It
to
almost
Yeah.
feels
It
like
does- it-
he took over the character, because if you watch the Encounter at Farpoint, almost a total different character, but at some point maybe they realized the actor's style and can play to that more, or maybe as the other first season episode where they're like, well, this guy is a more playful actor, so we can be playful with his character. Who knows?
yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's a little Armin Shimmerman in him.
I don't know.
Because I feel like Quark is just a unique character that nobody else could play.
No, he's so good at.
And I don't know that anybody else could be Q.
That's true.
No.
At least the way that Q has played out in the first 2.5 seasons.
I don't. Was that Tom Berenger? Who was that? Who played Q2?
Was it? No, that was
no, it
not
wasn't Tom Berenger.
Berenger.
It was somebody relatively popular at the time, wasn't
Was it? I don't know. Let me see if I can
I
find
can't think of his name.
special guest star. Let me see. Whoopi Goldberg is Guinan. Q2, Corbin Burnson is his name.
He was something.
yeah.
He was something for a minute.
L.A. Law.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, he was. Okay, you're right. You're right.
I think, I think that was his. That's got to be his biggest role, right?
I would
He
assume
did
so.
some movies.
Q2?
No, L.A. Law. I think he did some movies too.
Man.
He did a few movies in the late 80s, early 90s.
He didn't have to be on the TNG set for very long to film his little role.
Corbin Burnson was on an episode of Seinfeld
Was he?
as Corbin Burnson.
Oh, I don't recall that.
I would love for you to just be like the Seinfeld fact checker, like on the show. We just bring you in for Seinfeld facts or whatever at any time.
Every episode, you got to
Are
find
you writing me off the show now?
No,
You're writing me now? I'm just a guest correspondent.
I think every episode you should find a way
Son
to.
of a bitch!
Like,
I missed
here we
1
go.
week.
Dang.
I'm getting chewed out on air, and I'm being written off the fucking show.
dang it.
We're gonna have to recast.
Oh my god!
This came across totally wrong. Oh, he was a Magnum PI for 4 episodes, the reboot.
But
The reboot's garbage.
you can
Was
think-
it?
Yes,
I never watched
I never watched it because I saw he wasn't wearing a hat for a while, and I said, "I'm out."
It's not fun.
No,
I don't like
Oh,
it.
he was in Psych as well for 111
man,
episodes.
everybody talks about that show. That
I
was
know.
really
have,
good.
have either of you ever watched it?
No,
I'm not interested in it.
Neither am I, but it has a ton of episodes.
and people love it.
120, yeah, 8
Like
seasons. That's crazy.
That's
For an
crazy.
hour-long show, that's pretty crazy.
Well, for a show that I've never met anybody who's like, you know what you should watch? Psych.
But a lot of people love it at the
I
same
know,
time.
but have you ever met a Psych fan?
Yes. When it first came out, there were people like, have you seen the show Psych? I go, no.
Psych.
Like, you should watch it. I go, okay. End of story.
They're like, Psych.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
But they've come out with like new like short movies for it, haven't they?
Gosh, wouldn't that be an interesting conversation, just for the record? Like a show that is like universally acclaimed, but you don't know anyone who's actually watched it.
Let's do some research.
You know, that would be an interesting one.
A 0.5 episode, y'all.
And you can't just pick one that you don't like. Like, for instance, I know you've never seen Breaking Bad, but
No, I've
but
watched-
you know everyone else has.
I've watched 7 episodes and I'll never get that time back.
Oh gosh, shut up.
Season 1 is extremely
Or like
slow, but
Scrubs.
it's Scrub. I'd like that
Trigger
Scrub
word.
from
Is this why you stopped coming to recordings?
everything.
Because we made you watch Scrubs.
I mean, everything did fall. Everything did fall apart post Scrubs.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
We may be getting to the bottom of it.
All right. Speaking of the bottom, Q's butt.
Yeah.
So
Kind of flat. There's no real.
There's not a lot to it. So
No.
I think the best parts of this episode were obviously between Q and Data.
Yo,
right?
for sure. That was
Yeah.
an interesting pairing that I never thought would work.
It pairs really well. Well, you have
Yeah.
someone who's like over emotional and over the top and insulting, paired with Data who you can't rile up
Well,
Data.
it's also a very good study because you have Q who doesn't want to be human and you have Data who does. So it makes sense, but I never thought it would.
Yeah, I see that.
Well, there was a good quote. I'm trying to pull it up here that he says to Data when Data is damaged or whatever. There it is. I just had it.
And there it goes.
There are creatures in the universe who would consider you the ultimate achievement, android. No feelings, no emotions, no pain, and yet you covet those qualities of humanity. Believe me, you're missing nothing. But if it means anything to you, you're a better human than I. Like, that was kind of
Yeah.
cool. Or his parting gift for Data was
that-
awesome.
that
The
was.
gift of laughter.
Well, yeah, and he's
Yeah.
like, because what was it? The very first episode Q was in, he offered to make Data a human, and
yeah.
Data's like, nah, I don't want it. So then Data assumes that's going to be the gift again. No, it's just laughter, so you can feel it for a second, and just the amusement of the crew, especially Riker.
Well, you could see Troy sense it, which was really cool.
Yeah.
She saw her smirk and she felt it.
Yeah, she felt, and he said it was like the best feeling ever, or something like
Yeah.
that. Like, that was pretty cool. It was a good moment.
Do you think that's how our fans react when they listen to me on the show?
I don't know, but I'm sure when we were fighting, they were curled up in balls, saying, "Mommy and Daddy, please stop fighting!
Again,
stop fighting!"
I wonder how uncomfortable it was for everyone else.
You guys are assuming people are listening.
That is true.
Just Brody
It's true.
from Talk Punch.
And some random douche from YouTube.
Yeah.
My nemesis.
Not douche. Fine feller.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, exactly.
Fine feller
we
AI.
gotta stay on their good side right now. Okay.
Nah. YouTube doesn't have a good side.
No, it doesn't, because it's all AI.
I know.
Jerks. Is there anything though? Like, what big things do you take away from this episode?
Big things?
Yeah,
I don't know if there's
Nothing really.
I
I
don't think
just
there's
thought
anything big.
Yeah.
I thought like it was in the overall thing, I think it was kind of inconsequential, but it was just
Yeah.
entertaining. It
Well,
was fun.
You would think the one thing that you might take away from it, which I know is you're not going to end up going to, is that maybe Q has a better understanding of humanity.
Yeah. But
He doesn't, right? Because at the end, he grabs the one
Yeah.
species and starts torturing them immediately. Which, more power to him. At least he doesn't joke around about what he's going to do.
He was a little bitter.
I mean, he's the one who
Q?
tortured
Yeah.
them
Bitter?
first. You know?
Oh, they started it.
Yeah.
Really, that's what we're resulting to.
Him
Yeah.
showing up with a mariachi band was pretty amazing, though. That's
That was
another
funny.
meme too. Him with the
Yeah.
mariachi band. That was pretty awesome. He gives the women to Riker. I was hoping that when he switched the women to Worf would do his like growl thing, or like change them to Klingon women. But I know that they're makeup issue, like expensive
Yeah.
for makeup.
It's
So,
cheaper.
is this the first and only time Riker turns down women?
Technically, the next episode he turns down a woman.
Oh, that's true.
No, it depends.
Depending
on
on
your
your point of view.
perspective.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a matter of perspective. Yes, sir, you are right.
I don't think he turned her down.
Yeah.
How
Ooh,
can you
that's
turn-
enough. Yeah.
I can't believe he turned down those two women though.
I mean, he's right on the bridge. I know.
Yeah.
I know he's into some freaky things. Like in the very first episode, he was watching porn in his room.
Well, he's
remember?
like, let's go to the ready room because I'm always ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's a freak. He probably does some freaky stuff in the bed, don't you think?
Riker?
Riker?
Oh yeah.
Or do you think he's super boring? Like he's the guy who's
No.
like a player, but he's not. Like he thinks he's good, but he's really not.
I think he has a danger room.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm kind of wondering if he thinks he's good at it, but he's really not. Like all the women are like, oh,
I don't think he cares. I think he's into it, and
that's the point.
Yeah.
He thinks he's
I think
good
he's
at it, but he's
quantity over quality.
not.
yeah, I think he's got a thing for Kirk and trying to take out his statistics.
Yeah, I think
he's a stat hound.
The stat.
then again, okay.
I think he's like, whoa. Kirk did 100 different species and like 300 women. I can beat it.
to give Riker some credit, usually anytime we see him macking on a woman, he's doing really good on the foreplay game, right?
Yeah.
Like he's really working it well.
And they're into it.
And he's like, yeah,
Oh, see, I would beg to differ. I feel like there's almost no
the next episode there isn't.
There's like no foreplay.
What?
It's just either they go
some of the women.
they go into like being automatically in love with him and want to have sex with him. And
that's true. Like the Irish woman.
Yeah.
yeah, they're like,
who did. There was
I don't like you very
wo-
much, but I want the fuck you.
yeah.
There was the woman who was on the other, like ran the planet, the leader of the
Yep.
planet, who was all of a sudden wanted him as a toy, and he's like, okay with
Maybe
that.
it's the blue eyes.
Is that are you talking about the where they were gonna kill the
yeah, exactly. The
And he was like,
colonists.
I guess I got to sleep with this
I
one.
got to do it. I'm trying to remember.
Hey, he was trying to save somebody.
There was the woman.
You do what you have to do.
There
Yeah.
was the woman who was genetically engineered not to age. That he had her. In
Oh,
his-
there you
yeah,
go.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's the dream, right there. I don't. So there are some points for and points against, but you're right. Maybe not. Maybe the foreplay isn't as good as I thought.
Maybe he's just like, this me to see
Or
him.
is he
They're
the
like,
I
guy-
don't think he really
or
cares. I
is
think
he the
he's
guy
a get in where you fit in
I was
kind of
going to
guy.
say, is he the guy who talks it up like, I'm going to do so many things to you? And then he gets in there and he's like, bang, bang, bang. Oh, baby, that was good
Yeah,
for
it's
me. Was
nap
it good
time.
for you?
But here's the thing though. They keep going back.
They don't keep
No,
coming
they
back.
don't.
The lady
They
on the
don't.
planet, the
They
lady on the
don't.
planet that you just spoke of
How many
wanted more.
How many
Yeah,
repeat
but-
lays does he have?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he hits it and then leaves. He's out.
Yeah, but I don't see anybody.
He was with Deanna for a while and she's not
Oh,
interested
hold
anymore.
on,
Look
hold
at
on.
her.
Yeah,
Hold on.
She's a mess.
Yeah.
She was interested. It was just long game.
Not for a while. She said he needed to
Well,
work on
because
his
he was-
craft.
'cause he was-
needed to work on his
Yeah.
craft.
Well, because he was
Perfect
knocking
it
up
before they-
everybody else, and he's like, I don't want an S. She was like, I don't want an STI.
Yeah,
D.
yeah.
D.
She wants some of D's.
Yeah, she was waiting for the STD.
Yeah. Exactly.
Star Trek.
Anything else from Deja Q, or should we move on?
You're on the cruise. You're gonna get the STD.
Who wants this STD?
What's the over-under on how many STDs will come back from the cruise?
Like in this room or like overall?
Oh,
In this room, it's gonna be low.
in this room it should. Well, I don't
It should be
know.
zero.
It should be 0.
Well, I mean, I have a couple, so I'm planning on passing it on to you, gentlemen.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I mean, in this room, okay, then yeah, we're just
Okay,
give it two.
how
this
about-
On
room.
the cruise, though, like
How about
think
additional STD?
Yeah.
on the cruise, like let's say the cruise is 5,000 people, and when the cruise starts, maybe how many do you think would be a good percentage to have an STD?
on the cruise?
Like 5%? Have some sort of infection or disease down there?
I think 5 is. That's an interesting guess.
Yeah.
5%. Initially, it sounded high.
Yeah,
It's like 5%. That's a lot.
but 5,000, 5%.
But that's 250 people.
It's not very.
That's
yeah.
not very many.
Yeah.
And if you think about the amount of people in an old folks home who have an STD,
Yeah.
It's 85%.
You ever think about what an orgy at an old folks home would be like?
we've
Ooh,
talked about
man.
this on the air
Have we?
too.
Like, can you get the visual of that?
I can, and it's painful.
Yeah. But I kind of want to see it.
More than 20% of the U.S. population has an STI at some point in 2018.
They've already scrubbed the internet to STI.
Yeah.
Young people aged 15 to 24 are disproportionately affected, as more than 45% of incident infections were in that age group.
15 to 24
Yeah.
is almost 50%.
Well, but they're saying of that 20%, 45% of that is that age group. So let's say
Yeah, but so you're saying
20% of the American population, let's say it's 50 million people. Holy crap, that's still a high number. That would mean 20 million people.
so
have
what
an
you're,
STI
yeah, so
between
what you're
15
saying
and
is you're
24.
cutting out the population that has an STD,
Yeah.
and you're saying 45% of that number is between 15 and 24.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For all the like, I don't want to say wokeness, but like progressiveness of the youth
Yeah.
and them being, they're like sexually liberal and sexually like aware and all. Doesn't seem like it's working out too well for them, does it?
It doesn't.
No.
Doesn't.
You know what?
One out of every
Hold on.
two is like, yeah, I got crabs.
Yeah.
I would like to say to YouTube, this is not necessary. You have to look this up. We are not saying this is true. Preface it with do your own research.
Oh yeah, like we did.
Yeah, he just Googled it. YouTube.
It's
Be
actually
nice.
it's actually from the National Institute of Health. okay?
YouTube.
It's on there. It's government statistics. Jerks. All right. So with that said, now we say 20% of the cruise has an STI. Real, probably closer to 10%.
So our
honestly.
plan of drinking from the
Yeah.
gross liquor is not a good one.
So we're saying at least 500 people on that cruise going on to that cruise have an STI. How many people leave with an STI? So 500
650.
go on. 650? I don't think that much hooking up happens.
On a
With Star Trek fans?
What are you saying, Nick?
No. 'Cause
Hold on, Nick.
Most of them are not coming single. They're coming with like a partner or whatever. Yeah.
They're coming with who?
A partner.
It was a joke about coming.
Oh.
I mean,
I'm coming with two partners.
ideally that's what you want to do.
Yeah, it's true.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
I
so
think
you said-
I
you
think
said
an additional
650?
150 is
Yeah, okay.
fair.
Yeah, that's actually not probably. That's probably a pretty accurate figure. I was going to say somewhere around 600. That's not far off of what you
No.
said.
We'll just have to walk around the cruise and find all the Horgons on the door and what to figure out that STI.
Can we
STI.
ask? Are
Can we
allowed- is that
intentionally put Horgons upside down on our door and see what happens? Which is very confusing because the Horgon kind of looks the same upside down and right side up.
Not really. There's one right there, dude.
Where's it at? Oh, I guess.
And there's
it
one up
doesn't.
there.
I guess it doesn't. I guess it looks totally different. We should put upside down Horgons on our door and see what happens.
If you're watching on YouTube, we have these to give out during the cruise.
Yeah. Can't wait to give them out to you. All right, should we move on?
We can't wait to give you STDs.
Can we move on from Deja Q now?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. All right, so the second episode we got matter of perspective here. Riker does an emergency beam back to the ship as a station explodes. They save his life, but the station got exploded as well as the person on the station. People arrive and they say Riker murdered him. And then Riker's like, no, I didn't. And then so they start bringing in different perspectives, showing you like the wife of the guy who dies comes in and says, Riker tried to forcefully have relations with me. He threatened my husband and then he killed my husband. Riker says, no, this woman came on to me.
And then I banged her and killed her husband.
Yeah. And I just left and it blew up. And then a third witness comes in and says, you know what? I'm going off of hearsay. The doctor said he was a jerk. So
And it's a mutual flirtation.
yeah, and it was a mutual flirtation. So all this evidence goes back in play, and it ultimately turns out that Riker was obviously innocent. And it turns out the doctor on the
I thought he
station
did it.
was
Allegedly.
trying to kill him because he had turned the research which was going to be a power source into a weapon, and he knew the Federation wasn't going to use it, and he didn't want Riker reporting
No,
that.
he
back.
wanted to profit off.
Yeah, he wanted to profit off of it, and he wanted to sell it to the Romulans, the Cardassians. So his master plan was to kill a Starfleet officer. to
Only
get away with
because
it.
he thought he got exposed.
And he gets away with it. I mean, he doesn't get away with it. He dies. I mean,
Yeah.
he's kind of vaporized.
Yeah.
But
He gone.
yeah. So, but obviously through this episode, we see this from different perspectives, 3 different perspectives, right? Isn't that what we see it from? See it
Yeah.
from Riker's perspective, the
girl-
the girl's
the girl,
perspective, and
and-
then the other witnesses.
Yeah, the
perspective.
assistant. We saw one thing from the arbitrator's perspective too.
Yes. Did we see something from Geordie's too, or am I imagining that?
When he started to put together the solution at the end.
Yeah. I think it's interesting. Their society does guilty until proven innocent, which
We do too. Let's face
that's
it.
what we do. We say innocent until proven guilty, but you go in jail until your trial pretty much most of the time, unless you're rich.
Especially with social media.
Or
now.
even
Or
even
white.
like the court of public opinion.
Right.
Like
Right.
you're tried and found guilty immediately.
Right, like, and even if you're found innocent later on, you're still
There's
guilty. Like
still
Kevin
repercussion.
Spacey is an example of that, right? Like he got
Kevin Spacey?
Kevin Spacey,
Lex Luthor?
Yeah. You say Tom
House-
Spacey? You said Tom Spacey?
Kevin Spacey
Yeah.
from House of Cards.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor from
Yes,
Superman Returns.
from Superman. So he was accused of doing all these inappropriate things with someone and grooming him, and then it turns out it was all like lies.
Really? I didn't hear
Yeah,
that.
and
I
there
didn't
was
hear
a
the
trial and everything.
Well, here's the thing.
Charges were dropped.
I didn't even hear
now,
about that.
But now he's
But they killed off his character in House of Cards. Like House of the Cards was a huge hit. It was already declining, honestly.
Yeah.
But like they killed
But I
him
mean,
off
even
in the final
his
season.
his reputation's been
His career's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Irrevocably
Cancel
damaged.
culture got him, right?
got us.
I know.
Listen, it got us.
Hey,
I thought he did it too. Like,
No,
well, yeah, it
no,
got us for
Let's
real.
get the podcast.
Yeah.
we feel you, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
I'm going to look up people who were canceled but innocent, just for the record.
Allegedly.
Did he?
That's a bad hot
Dude,
take.
the memes are on fire for that, though.
Oh, my
The
God.
meme world is lighting it up.
Did I share the one with you guys about like I think I did, about the founding fathers?
Yeah.
The founding fondlers?
Remember, I followed up with the diddler?
Yes, you did, with the diddler, founding fondlers, and it
Oh,
was
did he?
and it had Drake in there, Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, R. Kelly, and Bill Cosby. Pretty awesome.
I mean, Mount Rushmore of fondlers. You can't.
Can't
Those
get
are
any better.
those are all time. Those are all time names.
Just missing Einstein.
Can't
Or
do
not
any
with
better.
Einstein, Epstein. Or did you say him?
Actually, you know
Yeah,
who you're
said
missing?
him. Who?
The King,
Elvis?
Michael Jackson,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
YouTube.
Just don't say that on a certain podcast that we used to be a part of.
Oh, I know.
'Cause
You
would
can't.
get-
You can't say. I mean, you can't even insinuate that somebody's obsession with 12-year-old
'cause
boys
they
is
will
weird.
insult you and
Yes.
call you names, and yeah, woo, dog it.
Because I know tons of adults, men, who enjoy sharing their bed with 12-year-old boys. It's crazy.
I know at least
And they're
0.
yeah, and all the ones. And if you do, you're innocent, right?
I think we've kind of talked about this before, but I think with Michael Jackson, I truly don't believe he thinks he did anything wrong because he was mentally ill.
Yeah, there's probably
Yeah, there's probably some truth to that.
yeah.
I mean, you could
Thanks to
argue
Joe.
that maybe
Thanks
he
to-
did think he did something wrong because then he lied about it or he tried to hide it.
Well, it
but
could have
that
been
might
his people hiding it, too.
That might have
Yeah.
been his people. Yeah. Yeah.
Tee-hee.
That's very good. That's worse because I'm mad at you.
Anyways, that would be an interesting conversation. We're going to have that at a different time. People who were
That's for
canceled
Patreon, where the government, the YouTube government can't get us.
where they can't get us. So
$2 subscriptions, by the way. $2 a month. What a deal.
Yeah, for $2, you want to hear us rank pedophiles and sexual abusers?
Hey, Talk Punch, you haven't done that one.
Yeah.
oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Talk Punch. I'm sorry, Talk Punch.
Oh my god.
This week on Talk Punch, Keep on the Kardashians said, we're doing top pedophiles.
Don't say top. That insinuates there's a positivity to it. We're
Yeah.
just ranking the
The
Mount
The
Rush-
worst. The worst of the
Was it the worst, or wouldn't they be the best of what they do?
Ooh, no. I don't think you can insinuate best because that would be like ranking the best people who committed genocide, the best of the worst.
Well, they're the most
Really,
efficient.
it's really you got Hitler or Stalin.
You got
right?
Stalin, you Rwanda, you have the Rwandan
Yeah.
genocides as well.
Are we doing this now?
You have the genocide in Armenia. Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot to go through history.
The Inquisition.
Yeah, you go further back, man.
No
You got
one
some-
suspects the Inquisition, though. No one does. That's the nice thing. All right, back to this episode. So this
Star
episode,
Trek.
Again, ADHD, guys.
No, I mean
We're all over the place
it's
again.
technically on topic. We're talking about the
that
court
was
of public.
not-
We're talking about the court of public opinion.
And we went to genocide ranking.
Now, hold on. Like technically, it is on topic because us being on topic is going off topic.
734.
So
I don't know how people listen to the show.
I don't.
I don't know either. So we have Riker who, you know what's interesting to me is right away this guy comes on the bridge, accuses him of murder. All right. And then Picard goes off and he says, to my ready room. And he's like, Will, you stay here. You have the bridge. But then the other officers look at him with suspicion instead of being like, bro, I'm sorry. Like they immediately are like, whoa, if he committed murder, I want nothing to do with him. Why would you ever think Riker would commit
I
murder?
didn't get that
because
vibe.
he's
Get that
murdered
vibe?
before.
He hasn't.
He's killed several people on this show.
I mean, he has, but
like,
all within sight of other people, so they could see why he was killing them.
Yeah. To be fair, he
yeah,
killed,
but they could see him killing them, so they all know like he's
He has a
capable.
history.
Like literally, like a month ago, they just watched this guy vaporize a lady right in front, like in front of everybody.
That's true.
he did it all for the nookie.
And he didn't.
The nookie.
He didn't even flinch.
No.
He vaporized like
He didn't even want to break stuff.
What was the
after
one?
that.
What was the one where they were in like the medical? It was like an incubator or something.
Oh,
And he
you're
just-
right.
he's like,
the genetic clones of them.
Yeah, he's like,
just
I
bam,
vaporized that one.
dead. Oh my god.
Yeah, because want to
He's
know
like,
why
they're
they
in the
want to know
clone
why they
booth in
said
together now, and they need to go.
yeah. They did that because they're like, oh yeah, I could see that. He has killed several people over the course of this show.
Okay, well, but you didn't see that.
Again, I was not paying the best attention to it initially.
Okay, that's right, because you
And-
just watched this
but
episode
I
today.
got the vibe that they were just like, oh, you're just in shock that he got accused.
Does it really surprise them? The Enterprise crew, something bad happens to them every episode. Like,
Every
are they
week, it's weird.
Every week, something bad happens, and they're accused of terrible things.
They're
And they
like-
have to defend their honor.
Do you think like every episode, like off screen, they're always like, oh, so this is the bad thing this week?
Yeah,
Well, and here's another question.
The other
It's
6
just
days are great.
we
the
have,
show-
we have the ability to test ballistics on guns in the 20th
Here's
century.
that's an issue I had
yeah.
with
This is yeah. This
Can't
is
you
major.
just pull up his phaser and be like, did it fire?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that just solve the issue right there?
So I understand they got to tell a story, but that is a big plot hole that was kind of lazy. Where they could have said, I don't know, they could have came up with something like it was like the technobabble at the end. I thought worked for the episode overall, but they could have did some technobabble they couldn't tell because of the way the station was blah 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 blah.
Yeah, yeah. Or like there weren't security cameras in that station. There weren't. I mean,
Well, it's the
this is
24th
also,
century.
Well, and this is also filmed in the 80s where security cameras weren't prevalent, and we never thought that would be a thing. And they would have thought that was Orwellian. They have security cameras everywhere, probably, right? Where we're just now like, what are you gonna do?
What are you
They're
gonna
watching
do?
me all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
They're
like
watching
it when they watch me.
all the time. You can't get away with anything. You can't kill anybody anymore.
Can't kill anyone. It's really unfortunate.
And Riker's mad.
I like how they immediately blame like they try to blame Riker, but they're like, oh, this guy banged my wife and killed somebody, and they're like, who did that? Riker?
We gotta hear.
We can't, but the guy who's banged tons of women over the course of this show and killed several people.
See, I was the opposite way. I'm like, we got to hear him out because that sounds plausible.
No, I was like, oh yeah, he did it.
No,
Like,
Riker doesn't go back for seconds, so it's feasible.
No, he doesn't. Oh my gosh.
I don't think he did it all based on that.
It's so funny though, because like you have Picard acting as the mediator to determine if they're going to extradite him, right? And that's all it was. This isn't even the trial. This is, will we extradite him for trial?
Yeah.
And right away, they're giving such an implausible story that there's no way Picard is going to remotely believe it. Like, they hurt their case right away with him going in there and beating up on the woman and punching the guy. Like, that's not even remotely in Riker's character. Will he sleep with her? That is in his character, but he's not going to force himself. He's a gentleman.
no, he doesn't.
Punch
Have
her
to
with
he
a
doesn't have to
STD.
force anything.
No.
The women come to him.
They come to the beard. They see the beard and they're just
It's a beard and the blue eyes, man.
It is. Are you going to grow your beard in November again?
No, I grew a mustache in November. It was because it's Movember.
I know, but
Mustache.
you grew a beard too,
November.
I thought. You had a beard growing for a while.
I don't know what I'm going to do, and frankly, it's none of your goddamn business.
Is that why you're going to miss that week? Because you're growing your beard?
Son of a bitch. Yeah.
Look,
You know
Hey,
what?
put
I got to
this in the-
cancel this week. I'm shaving my balls.
to take this back, maybe that was all a matter of perspective. It's all a matter of how we see things, right? And
Oh, I got a perspective, all right.
oh my gosh. I'm trying to make peace here, my friend. There's no peace.
Just review the episode.
For the love of God, can we stay on topic for one episode?
So, but
Yeah.
my
Oh,
point with this
you
episode,
you guys stayed plenty on topic last week.
Oh, we did.
I know it was boring.
Hey, he said it, not me.
We lacked the color commentary.
I'm just saying I checked out halfway
It
through.
wasn't boring, but we lacked the color commentary.
I'm just saying I checked
we need
out
a
halfway
third.
through.
I even said that immediately after we're finished. I'm like, we need a third. We can't. No, this is.
I like how you said we need a third. You're not like I miss Joe. Oh, you're like we need a third. We need
No,
we
I
need
didn't
a
say it like
third
that. I'm like,
person.
oh my gosh, we missed Joe in this
we
episode.
need
Like,
a third person. Who could
If
it
only-
be?
only if there's one person.
If
We
only
knew one. If only we knew somebody that could be the third person. Hey,
only
on
we
YouTube
knew.
or actually anywhere, if 734-494-0980, if you could suggest any third person for this show, we'd
Yeah.
appreciate it.
If you could replace me with anybody,
No.
who would it be?
No. We
And
need-
your guys' answer is literally anybody or nobody.
No, we need a third, Joe.
No, we can't do nobody. We've already decided. We did trials last week. It did not work out.
I do appreciate that you said we need we need a third.
No, that's not
We don't
how I
need
said
Jo-
it. That
don't
came
need
across
Joe.
totally wrong.
Do you get in
we
trouble with your
need-
wife a lot?
A third.
I do, actually. I do. I put my foot and I'm like,
Is it because you suggest we need a third? I could see her. I could see her taking as much offense to it as I do.
I was hoping I set you up for that.
I think it's because
Thank you.
there are many times where just like last week's episode, where I do what I need to do without them in the episode,
Yeah.
and they realize after the fact. She walks in the room and she's like, "What are you doing in here?"
I'm like, I'm making love to you. What are you talking about? She's like, I've been in the living room.
I'll be honest with you. It wasn't that good because I needed another person here.
Yeah,
what did you do to
I'll
the
be
pillow?
honest. I thought you kind of lacked tonight.
I was lacking the color commentary during the whole episode of it. Oh gosh! All right, it was just a matter of perspective, honestly. Okay. So the
Is
perspective.
this going to become a matter of perspective? Is it going to become the new necessary evil?
Necessary
Yeah.
evil. It's just a matter of perspective. Yeah.
YouTube's getting
It's
me.
it's
YouTube's getting me.
Hey, Joe,
How dare you?
it's a necessary evil.
Here's the problem. None of the simulations were even realistic. Like Riker was too much of a victim in one of them, which that's not Riker.
Right,
The other one, he was too much of a jerk.
for sure.
These
But so
types
here's
of
the thing,
episodes are always like this, though, where they do these courtroom things where it's like, okay, here's your perspective, your perspective, your perspective, and then the
somewhere in
truth
the
is
middle.
somewhere in the middle, and it's always each person whose perspective it is. It's usually they're the victim or they've been unjustly treated.
But
Right,
in a lot of
exactly.
perspectives, that's the way it is, though. If you go to a third,
Well, yeah.
But even with a woman, so like Troy said, they see this as their truth. Her view of things could have altered when her husband was killed.
Her view of things could have also altered when he turned her down. Right? Like if he would have said
Scorn.
yes, it's okay.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Oh gosh, that could get us canceled though too, right?
Yeah, thanks.
I didn't mean it like that, but
I did. What do you mean? That's a
in this
saying.
but obviously, there's some truth to this in this episode, right? Like he's saying he rejected her, so then she comes forward and says, "No, he tried to forcibly put himself on me," and it's like,
He
whoa.
did.
And in Riker's mind,
He Weinsteined me.
and in Riker's opinion, he's like this lady's man. So of course she's coming on to him hard,
Yeah.
and he's like the noble. No, I got a job to do, and everybody's like, watching that his perspective is like, come on, Riker.
But that's the thing is,
Come on, Billy.
He's an easy target there because you can accuse him.
I set him up. I said,
I
Billy.
know.
What is I?
Oh,
Yeah, but
I don't
anyways,
want a bloody
send us your
bun.
favorite pictures of meat.
Nailed it.
It works though.
it does. That's actually what happened. That's what happened with Riker. He's
That's
like,
the
send me
problem.
your favorite pictures of meat.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I had something really good before you yelled at me about the soundboard.
I mean, I set you right up. That's
You
what
sent me right.
Odds-
Okay,
Odds are it sucked.
here's what is her angle on making up this story against him? Is it to cover for is it to be like, crap, he's dead and I came on to Riker and that's going to come out in the report, so I need to protect myself? Like
yeah.
what what is it? Like what's her angle in this situation?
Maybe she didn't want to be the one that came on to Riker, or came on to somebody else while she was married to the guy that died.
But isn't that pretty extreme to go from crap, this man turned me down and my husband's dead, to, oh my gosh, let's imprison this man for murdering my husband? And
I
almost-
think you defer to make anybody else look
Yeah.
worse than you.
Gosh, see,
I'm not saying
struggle
I would
to
do
think
it.
People would do something like
Oh,
that.
people, come on.
What?
Don't be naive.
I am naive.
I'm trying to saying don't be.
Oh, Nick's I see the best in people.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Except me. He thinks I'm an asshole.
I
But
don't think you're an asshole. That was
I
the
know.
whole point. Gosh.
No, he's gonna feel so bad after
I
this.
know. Good.
I won't feel bad.
Good.
Just not gonna do it.
Good. You shouldn't feel bad. He should.
Focus on the episode.
I mean, honestly, I could feel bad. I couldn't. It's really a matter of perspective how you evaluate the situation.
But I did enjoy. I don't know why.
That was outside.
It's like, what the hell?
What are
was
we
that?
in the upside down?
I know. I didn't think I'd enjoy this episode as much as I did with the different perspectives, but I did. I got out of it, and I'm like, because unlike Nick, I don't see the good in everybody and the innocent of everything.
That's true.
I appreciate that because everybody's like the guy, like when he beat the crap out of Riker when he's retelling the story.
Yeah.
He's going to see himself as the hero in it all.
Yeah.
Riker's
We know
gonna-
he can't beat him up.
Riker is going to view himself as the upstanding Starfleet officer.
Yeah.
And the girl is going, quite honestly, at that point, with everything that happened, she just wants, in her head, that could have been the reality, devil's advocate. Or it could have been just the way her mind changed after everything else going on. Things, her idea. Or
He came on to me.
The recounting of it all changed.
Do you think she knows his reputation?
I think every woman in the galaxy does.
No, I don't think she does.
No, I don't
Because
think
if
she
she
does
did, that'd be a genius move.
yeah,
Because
you're right.
Because you're like,
Oh.
he can't defend himself.
She could have Googled him.
Yes
Google.
and no, because
Computer, give me the stats of one William Riker.
I would actually
what's
argue,
up with this guy?
I would actually argue his philandering and his womanizing actually works to his advantage because no woman has come to accuse him of something evil or ill intent. And he's been with many, many, many women, right? So I would argue.
You wonder what he was like as a junior officer?
Huh? Oh, gosh. I know.
What was that guy like at Starfleet Academy?
Gosh.
Maybe
Legendary.
Yeah. How many STDs are there?
No, they beam him out, like right at the moment of. They just beamed out.
Like kill him.
And in fact, actually, he has his thing on, and right when he's about to finish, he goes, "Stand by for transport!
Transport!
One to beam up.
Beam it up! Billions to beam up!"
Is that the Star Trek pullout method?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Brian, I need you to beam up.
One to
3,
beam up.
2,
It brings a whole new meaning to O'Brien. O'Brien.
Oh, Brian.
The always suffering O'Brien. Always on so many phone calls, he hears things he doesn't need to hear.
God damn it, Riker again. He's like, oh, Billy.
Seeing.
Hi.
What was that one?
That was Andrew
That was
Robinson
Andrew Robinson.
introducing the show.
Oh, Billy, hi.
Oh, but,
Oh, Billy. Hi.
although starting to see what what's his name is O'Brien is going through on TNG, and then what he eventually has to go through on DS9. I can see why hard times happens.
Yeah, right.
yeah, it actually wasn't about what he was reliving during that episode. He was remembering the Enterprise.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
He's like, how much jizz did I help Riker with?
I'm an engineer.
I'm a
This
chief,
isn't
damn
my
it.
job.
I'm a chief, damn it.
You are the subordinate. You will clean my station.
Oh my god.
Oh dear. Is there any... Oh my gosh. This is
What do you
something-
think? What do you think about the ending? As far as they explain it all through
Too neat.
Technobabble,
Too neat. Again.
but I actually think the Technobabble worked here.
It does work, but it also doesn't work because again, like it's kind of hearsay. Again, hearsay is admissible for them, right? Because they're arguing. Well, we think this is what happened. He's like, "Oh, you're probably right."
I think
where's
It
the
feels
actual
like
evidence?
it feels like what it felt like to me over the course of the episode was
STI.
no, but it felt like a civilization figuring out a justice system, not having one established, but figuring it out.
Ah, yeah.
Like, oh, this works, this doesn't.
Or maybe they're trying to change their philosophy on things, and they've gone from one to the other, and this is kind of the in between.
Maybe. I don't know. It didn't feel. It's like you guys don't have anything figured out. Like
Right. I would agree.
I don't know. The technobabble stuff is it's easy. It's easy. It was like, oh, we need to end the episode. We're gonna technobabble it into a nice bow.
I actually think it worked this episode. though.
I don't think it's as bad as it
And it has
usually
or
is.
Willie.
I would still say like this falls prey to the whole first half of the episode is better than the second half, like the wrap up. It's just too neat.
Wrap it up.
Well, because this feels like a setup loaded episode where it's like, okay, there's a ton of stuff happening, and now we're 38 minutes in, and we need to finish this episode.
Well, and for a woman to go from like saying he sexually assaulted me to being like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Hey, it happened.
No,
Hey.
she was like, God dang it, they figured it out.
Right. And maybe that's what it was. She was trying. Maybe she knew, and she's trying to save her husband's reputation.
She should be
Maybe
pulled up
she
on
knew
charges.
he was going to murder, like try to murder him. Like,
or maybe
yeah, but you can't do that, right? You can't use the spouses. They don't have to testify against them. Maybe not in that.
Or maybe when they kind of explained everything that happened and the timing of what was going on the planet, still she's like, oh, he didn't kill him.
Maybe.
Maybe they're all science based and they're just like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You go, Jordy. You go.
You go with your bad self.
Yeah.
Shall we rate?
Why not?
All right, Deja Q. What do you give this episode?
What do I'm gonna give it a fun 8.
Ah,
I was going to go 7.
I went 8 as well, Joe. See, we can't agree on some things.
Aw.
All right, matter of perspective.
I'm gonna give the
I enjoy.
a little bit of it worked, a little bit of it didn't.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it a 6, a solid 6.
See, I think it was 6.5 for me.
I was thinking 6.5 as well. That's what I wrote down as well. 6.5.
It's better than average, but it's not very good. It's not bad.
You know, one question I had from this episode, and I don't remember it, so I can't force. I have to ask myself: was this a way for the writers to settle down Riker in a tangible way?
I'm trying to remember from this point. If
time.
they
I
do.
think time will tell.
Yeah, I don't remember, but could this have been a way to like, all right, Riker's banging everything?
No, I don't think so because that's not how this show would have thought in that time frame.
But
they don't think. How
see,
can we
I mean,
grow
he
this
doesn't-
character?
he doesn't
I don't
bang
know.
enough.
Stephen Burr writes the next episode, and if he was involved in this season, he was always talking about how he wanted to make it more serialized. Maybe this is a way. I don't know. But
From everything you've told me, they don't serialize this show at all.
Never.
yeah, so I'm just curious if they do that little touch.
They do. They
I'd-
do touches here and there.
I'd
But
appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. So from this point on, I want to mark this episode. Does Riker sleep around less?
Okay, we'll start.
Because I cannot remember. I know there's one episode where he gets a little freaky, but that is like season 6.
Are we gonna keep score on that too? You want to keep score on his?
His freakiness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, can we do a shot game?
I don't know if I'm willing to.
Hey,
wait.
every time Riker bangs somebody, shot
I mean,
when we get here.
that's like
it's a one shot every.
that's like one
week.
shot every week, if that.
Okay, so every time one
So
of you
we're
guys
just slowly
cry,
becoming alcoholics,
I know.
like the
we like
slowest burn.
slow
How
roll.
about every time we think about Riker banging another woman? Okay, I'll take a shot
Oh,
for that.
we'll be dead.
How about
I'll be dead.
How about any time we see a beard? Take a shot.
I mean, right now you guys be shooting the entire time.
Yeah. Hey, all three of us have different versions of facial hair.
That's true.
That's true. I look like an idiot without any facial hair.
Well, I mean, with facial hair though.
I do look like an idiot with facial hair.
No, with facial hair, you just sound like an idiot.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I love you, Nick.
I love you too, Joe.
That was insincere.
I don't love either one of you.
That was insincere. I love that. Well played. All right.
No, yours was.
We're about to record a Patreon.
Oh no, it wasn't.
$2 and $5 tiers.
Join us.
Yeah, that's where we're really gonna fight.
You
That's where the.
You can also hit us up on the Instagram, keeping_up_Cardassians.
This felt like a Keeping Up with the Kardashians episode.
Cardassians.
No, but
No,
it felt
but
like
it felt
a
like-
Kardashians
because,
one
you know,
because of the infighting.
Honestly, I'm so upset with you right now.
Same.
And then on Patreon, we'll just take it over to Patreon, which will be like the season wrap up show where they get everybody. Have you ever
and they
seen
start-
those?
Yeah, and they like,
and
really
it's,
get
it's
into
just
it.
it's
And
like
people are crying.
Oh, yeah.
Throwing purses.
I wonder if I could fake tears.
you won't need to fake them. We'll make them real.
Well, don't go chasing waterfalls. Okay.
Oh man,
Oh.
We were doing Limp Bizkit quotes.
That's
not
true.
TLs. Well, can we
The
do?
one guy got AIDS though in that video.
Oh my gosh.
Or in the
From
song,
video?
in the song.
Oh, in the song.
The one guy got AIDS, right? HIV, because
All right, guys, give us a band next week, and we
remember
gotta
three
do all their. We gotta work their song titles into the
I would
episodes.
totally do that.
letters took him to his final resting place. HIV.
If you sign up for Patreon, you get to choose
Did you not know?
the band. Huh?
Okay. Well, we're gonna. You know what? On our Patreon, on our next
Or
Patreon
it's
episode,
SEX, but it's
on our next Patreon episode, we are going to analyze the lyrics of "Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls" for the hidden meanings.
Hold on.
Okay,
We
yes.
we want people to subscribe to Patreon.
No,
Do we?
That is good content. That is good content.
You know what? It's exclusive because no one else is doing it.
We will send you nudes of Joe that he doesn't know about, so don't tell him.
Oh.
I'm outside your window just about every night.
It's easy. My windows are usually open.
And I'm tall.
My front windows are always open. Blinds up.
I think mine's are open right now.
Well, anyways, have a good one all. This was Nick.
This is Rod.
This is Joe for this week.
For this week.
We'll see. All right, have a good one. Damn it.
No, go with it. Play it.
It's too late.
No.
Late.
Now make it seem natural. Hit play and do that. Start that music.
Do it again?
Yep.
No, we got to do a regular one.
Yeah.
We got to do a regular one. All right. Damn it. I'm panicking right now. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.